Hello and welcome to Live 9 News at 9 with Ms. B and Fam and Angel's Corner. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad it is. Welcome. All right. Thank y'all for coming in. All right. This is the day that the Lord has made. All right. Today we're talking about an interesting subject. Reverend William Barber II was kicked out of a theater in Greenville, North Carolina. Isn't that something? This is the civil rights leader. Okay, let me read a little bit in case you don't know who he is. Okay, this is from MSN. Okay, the Reverend William Barber is no stranger to being escorted by the police away from scenes of protest. The Disciples of Church pastor and civil rights organizer has been arrested multiple times at nonviolent demonstrations on behalf of voting rights. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen again so that you may see what I'm reading. Okay, put it on the screen for you. Okay, again, let me read that. The Disciples of Christ, pastor and civil rights organizer, has been arrested multiple times at nonviolent demonstrations on behalf of voting rights, a federal minimum wage, and other social justice issues. Okay, but even Barber was surprised to find himself being escorted by police out of a showing of The Color Purple at Greenville, North Carolina's AMC Fire Tower 12 movie theater on Tuesday, December the 26th, after employees barred the minister from using his own chair to watch the movie with his 90-year-old mother. It's one of those things where I don't know how much longer I have to do things like that with her, said Barber, who co-chairs the Poor People's Campaign and recently founded the Center for Public Theology and Public Policy at Yale Divinity School. Barber, 60, has been public about his battle with a painful chronic form of arthritis known as ankylosing spondylosis. He walks haltily using two canes and told Religion News Service that he is unable to sit in a wheelchair or in low chairs. He travels with his own chair and almost always uses it instead of the seating providing in public spaces. Okay, and here is the video that that he responded or talked about. Okay, here it is. Right here, let's see. I'm gonna have to stop sharing and bring y'all back because of you won't be able to hear what he's saying. Okay, let me do it again. So y'all can hear what he is saying. Okay. All right, here we go. Put it up a little bit and play. The sound. Here it is.
Handicap. That's for five.
Let's go back.
There's nothing in this on posted online or says you can't bring your own chair. Inside the theater, they have spaces like for handicap. That's for five. Whole spaces. Sometimes they've had me sit up against the wall, but two little managers in there decide today, the day after they put the Lord out of the inn, that this chair and me there's no room for it. What bothers me about it is I'm okay. But what if somebody poor? What if somebody at least less unfortunate than myself, struggled to get here? It's painful for me to walk in there. And if they had a sign posted, I would have called in advance, called the manager, because they always can make exceptions. They literally said, well, do you have a piece of paper with you saying that this is your medical device? I said, I have these two canes. I have my body. I have my people here with, and I have people here who've been with me all over the country. And they called the cops. They literally called the police the day after Christmas while we were sitting in the theater. I was sitting in this chair in a handicapped space, and you can see how it is for me to get in. I want folk to understand, I don't fight because I feel good. I fight because it's the right thing to do when in terms of fighting for justice. But this is how I sit. I can't sit any lower than this. I don't bother anybody. I don't intimidate anybody. It's just sitting. You can tell I have to lean because this hip is bad, so I can't, So, and exceptions are made all the time.
What do you think that this says for the education around people with restrictions?
Yeah, it says we've not gone far enough. It says that people want to say, even to disabled folk, you have to be disabled like this. In other words, you got to be able to sit in a wheelchair like we describe it in our rules that we can't produce, or you can't come in. And we're not going to tell you that in advance. They have no idea how much energy it takes me to move. I have ankylosing spondylitis, one of the worst forms of arthritis there is. And I move and go because I'm on heavy pain medicines and whatnot. And I don't make any excuses about that. But I'm taking this chair in the hospital. In the hospital, where they really have to be concerned about fair housing. And they've never said to me in the hospital, you can't come in here with your chair. I've taken it in restaurants, movie theaters. I've taken it in the largest pulpits in this nation.
And evidently, they really didn't know who he was, or they probably just started working at this theater because he's known nationwide or worldwide. I don't know if y'all out in the audience, in the chat, or when you're listening. I don't know if you actually know who he is, but he is well known. He's been to the White House and all that different stuff. That's here or there, but the thing is trying to accommodate somebody with a disability, or some people don't like disability. He used the word disability in himself, or differently abled people. They should make some kind of accommodations or something to make him comfortable as well as anybody else in that theater. That's the way I feel. Now, what do y'all feel? Y'all comment down below. Let's finish listening in.
I preach sitting in this chair.
Okay.
I've flown it overseas. I took it in the Vatican when I met with the Pope.
Okay.
But I can't come in a Greenville theater with my 90-year-old mother the day after Christmas. That's the level of your consciousness. Two police, and I've never been arrested for anything violent. If anything, I submit to nonviolence. Right? And you call two policemen to pull me out of a theater the day after Christmas. But I'm standing and talking to you because it stops with me. Because I'm wondering now, what else have they done to other people? What ways have they not been accommodating to other people? So in that sense, if they had to touch me today, I'm glad about it. I intend to call the mayors of the city and others and get them involved, because this is,
he about to get everybody involved. He you know what I'm saying? He already has a voice in not just North Carolina, but all over the world. I mean, basically, should probably have heard of him in some way of another capacity. So we're gonna see what's gonna go down with this. They just throwed him out. The police came and got him. I'm surprised the police took him, because I'm sure they probably know of him, but I don't know. Let's listen on.
I was standing in there and I was thinking about, what if I had fallen out arguing with them, or somebody like me, And as I said, to this day, they haven't even said, here's your money. When I said to them, my 90-year-old mother, it did not faze them. My 90-year-old mother, who's actually having some mental, I'm worried now about her. Is she got anxiety in there? What's going on? Because she looked back you know, and I saw her look back and she stood up and I said, Mom, it's all right. So she would calm down. And really that's the reason. If it hadn't been for her, they would have had to arrest her. Yeah, and y'all can see I'm getting up, audience. I do this and I'm not ashamed. I'm glad every person God used in the Bible had a disability. Moses stuttered, Jeremiah had despair. You know, Jesus was born outside. Paul had thorn in the flesh. That's not what I'm ashamed of. I'm ashamed of a business in my state, the state that says we are the place where the weak grow strong and the strong grow great. That somebody who's weak with a disability would be thrown out the day after Christmas. Simple.
Thrown out. Okay. Oh wow. I mean, they should have had some kind of way they could have helped him to, but you know, I think sometimes when you get in some positions and like I say, they probably wouldn't new people there that didn't know and maybe didn't understand. I wonder were there any people that were, you know, like the manager, or where was the manager, or were one of those people the manager? That's what I'm thinking. Where was the manager? If y'all heard or remember what he said about that, let me know in the comments. And what you think about it. Don't forget to leave your comment and share this out for me. Let's go ahead and continue.
Simply for just wanting to sit in this, out of the way, not in anybody's way, not in any aisle, not by any exit, not in any firehouse. But they called the police.
Wow. They called the police on them. Ain't that something? Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing it. Yeah, so they called the police on them. So what? In that instance, what would you have done? This is getting outrageous. Um, so if we hear of anything else, if they apologizes, if they, you know, say, hey, we were wrong about this, we'll let y'all know. Okay, we're gonna come back with another video. Okay, thank y'all for joining us. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe. Share it out. Let people know that we've been in here. This is Live 9 News at 9 with Miss B and Fam and Angel's Corner. Let God arise and his enemies be scattered.
Bye.
Okay, and we'll see y'all on the next live 9 News at 9 with Miss B and Fam and in the corner on the next live video. See you later. Be blessed and take God with you wherever you go, because you see what's going on. Okay, y'all already see. We already know. Okay, y'all have a blessed God with you. Jesus is and Lord.